'Tis the season to be jolly, but not today. Today we're going to take a look at one of the most unnecessary Christmas movie sequels of all time. A Christmas Story 2. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, what? Someone made a sequel to A Christmas Story? Yes, someone actually made a sequel to A Christmas Story. And no, this didn't come out like a couple years after the first one. No, this came out in 2012, about 30 years later. You know, if you're making a sequel, you need to make sure that people remember the first one. It's like making a sequel to Citizen Kane and releasing it in 2014. The mainstream audience wouldn't remember the first one. And you want to know the best part? Literally no one from the first one is connected to this film. Oh, doesn't that just give me a hard on? This is going to be a relatively short review, but it's Christmas, so whatever. So let's not waste any more time. Let's watch A Christmas Story 2. One thing I can say about this movie is that the narrator sounds like Adam West.
It had been years since the old man's lamp stood proudly in our front window.
I don't know if this is the original narrator from the first movie, but hey, it's a nice touch. In this movie, Ralphie is 16 years old, and all he wants for Christmas is a new car. And that's about it. This movie doesn't really have much of a story, but then again, neither did the first one. Okay, let's take a look at the cast. The guy playing Ralphie is pretty good. Well, his acting's pretty bad, but at least he looks the part. The rest of his family, well, not really. Randy doesn't look like Randy, the mother doesn't look like the mother, and the father... Man, they didn't even try with that guy. So really, the only recognizable character is Ralphie, so take it or leave it.
Those wretched souls who couldn't throw or catch or leap or shoot would have to settle for being with her in our dreams.
Now then.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Ralphie daydreamed in the first movie. Well, I guess if you did it in the first movie, do it again. In fact, this movie has a lot of references and a lot of recycled jokes from the first movie, which would be fine if this was a remake, but this is a sequel, and sequels are meant to be different from the first movie. You can't say the same jokes twice and expect it to be just as funny as you said it the first time. But it's okay, this movie does have a lot of its own jokes. But unfortunately, all the new jokes are really terrible. Most of it is just slapstick, and you know what? I don't think slapstick is funny. Unless I'm watching Tom and Jerry. So you got recycled jokes, horrible slapstick comedy, and there's scenes like this. This movie isn't really much of a sequel than it is more of a parody of the first film, which can depend whether or not you think that's a good thing or bad thing. Overall, this movie really isn't that bad, but then again, it's really not that good, so I wouldn't watch it. But I did watch it, so yeah. That's all I have for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. And this hat is really itchy. Ugh, Merry Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle bells.